right, folks, Dr. Don back in here with you. I was just checking a few things, and let me just go right back down here to the tornado warned area in Elmore County. We now have confirmation of a tornado. So, bear with me just a second here. Let me get my bearings straight. Let me stop the radar loop. And let me show you exactly where the tornado is. This is a dangerous situation if you're in Elmore County, Alabama, especially if you're near or south of Wetumpka. And you folks over here in Tallapoosa County, Tallahassee, Reeltown, Eclectic, you're going to be north of this. But if you're in Tallahassee, Reeltown, even if you're down here in just north of I-85, you need to be thinking about going to your safe place. This is a confirmed tornado from the National Weather Service at 4:19 a.m. Eastern. That's 3:19 Central, which was just about 5 minutes ago. The National Weather Service issued this statement. It says, tornado warning observed. This is for Elmore and Montgomery County until 4 a.m. At 3:19, a confirmed tornado was located over Bob Woodruff Lake or near Wetumpka, moving to the east at 40 miles per hour. Here comes a new statement from the National Weather Service in Birmingham. Tornado observed, and also 1-inch hail observed for Elmore and Montgomery until 4 a.m. At 3:24 a.m., a confirmed tornado was located over Blue Ridge. That's right there just south of Wetumpka, moving to the east at 45 miles per hour. So your tornado is going to be in this general area there around Highway 231 in the Blue Ridge community, maybe just a little bit east of 231 now, and it's going to continue moving on off to the east. So you folks in Tallahassee, you are next in line for this now confirmed and observed tornado. Let me switch over to the velocity. There it is right there. So yeah, just south of Wetumpka, crossing over Highway 231. And we have folks watching us this morning there in the Tallahassee area. So I'm talking to you. You need to be in your safe place now. We're having trouble with the chat room. We lost our chat room feed. I've got it back up now, but if you have asked a question in the last 3 or 4 minutes, you need to repost it. And I'm particularly interested in folks who are in this area in Elmore County. I know we have former Roanoke folks who live up here in Wetumpka. We have folks down over here in Tallahassee that's from the Randolph County area. Already talked to them this morning on Messenger. And so I want to make sure you folks are in your safe place. If you're anywhere between Highway 231 there just south of Wetumpka and Tallahassee, you need to be in your safe place. Once again, this is a confirmed tornado. It has been officially observed either by law enforcement or emergency management, so we know that we have one. Tallapoosa County, southern Tallapoosa County is not in the clear. Northern Tallapoosa County is. But if you're down here around Tallahassee, you need to be going to your safe place. And so here's what you need to do. You need to go to the lowest floor. Basement is the ideal location, but go to the lowest floor of your home, to the center portion of the lowest floor of your home, preferably a closet or a bathroom away from windows. And you're going to want to carry items with you to help you protect yourself, such as blankets, pillows. You want to get a mattress off of a futon, a baby bed mattress, cushions off of the couch, pillows. You want to make sure that you've got on some type of helmet, whether it's be a football helmet, motorcycle helmet, a batting helmet, any kind of head cover that you can put on, and you want to head to that safe place. If you're in Tallahassee, Alabama, this is a dangerous situation. We have a confirmed tornado just to your southwest, and the storm is moving in your general direction this morning at 40 miles per hour. We're also getting a debris signature now as well. So this is more confirmation that we have an actual tornado that is causing damage. And there's your debris signature. This is going to be even a little bit further south than what the base velocity was giving us. So this would be the debris being lofted up into the upper levels of the atmosphere. Those blues and greens you see down there. But that's moving to the east, maybe a little bit north of due east, so it's coming directly toward Tallahassee, Alabama. It's going to be running south of the I-14. It's going to be moving south of Highway 14, right along the Elmore County, Montgomery County line, moving off to the east-northeast. Right there. All right, this is in Elmore County, Jackson Road, Mitchell Creek Road, Emerald Mountain Parkway, I'm just giving you some road names in the area of where the actual tornado is at this time. Now, downstream, County Road 129. Hamp Simpson Road. Rifle Range Road. Rock Springs Road. These are all areas that are in a direct path of this storm. You need to be in your safe place immediately. Folks, this is the only severe weather in the state of Alabama at this hour. If I'm not talking about your community, you have nothing to worry about. This is a life-saving, dangerous situation down here in Elmore County, and that's what we're going to focus on. Everybody else is in good shape. I know it's raining like cats and dogs across portions of East Alabama, but there's no severe weather up there. County Road 110. Again, if you're up here in Tallahassee, you need to be in your safe place. This storm is just to your southwest. At 4:32 a.m., that's Eastern Time, 3:32 Central Time, National Weather Service office in Birmingham continues the tornado warning for Elmore County. This is an observed tornado. The warning continues until 4 a.m. this morning. At 3:31 a.m., a confirmed tornado was located over Emerald Mountain or near Wetumpka. It's going to be south and east of Wetumpka, moving to the east at 50 miles per hour. We are getting a debris signature on this storm. Debris is being lofted up to around 6,000 feet, being detected by radar. So that's another good indication that we have a tornado on the ground causing damage. If you're anywhere in the city of Tallahassee, and I'm not even going to call names now, I'm just talking about the entire area around downtown Tallahassee. If you're just north of Tallahassee, Tallahassee proper, and south of Tallahassee, you need to be going to your safe place. Your tornado is about 10 miles maybe to the southwest of downtown Tallahassee, and it's moving in your general direction. Your tornado is right there. There it is. So we've just got a brand new volume scan. So it is Rock Springs Road. For those of you folks who are familiar with Elmore County, this is going to be in eastern Elmore County. The tornado is very close to Rock Springs Road, Rifle Range Road, Redland Road, County Road 110, going to be just south of Friendship Road. So basically between Friendship Road and Rifle Range Road is where our tornado is, very close to Rock Springs Road, and it's moving off to the east at 40 miles per hour. This storm is headed toward Tallahassee in southern Tallapoosa County. So if you're over here in Tallahassee, you need to be in your safe place. And if you're anywhere between Tallahassee and the northern reaches of, basically if you're anywhere between I-85 and Tallahassee, Highway 229 that runs from Tallahassee all the way down to the I-85 interchange, you need to be in your safe place. It's not showing up as well on the reflectivity, but when we go back to the base velocity, there's no question. There it is right there. The lofted debris signature is not as good as it was just 5 minutes ago. But no question, we still have a signature right there. Again, you folks up here in Tallahassee, you need to go ahead and go to your safe place. As this storm's only now probably a little less than 10 miles away from downtown Tallahassee. Jacksonville's just fine. The line has already moved through Jacksonville, Alabama, so no problems up there. Do I think the storm will move south of Dadeville? Most definitely. I anticipate this to start weakening at any moment. We really thought that it would start weakening as it passed over I-65 when it left Autauga County into Elmore County, and it did not. But I mean, we're just barely east of I-65 now, and so the storm is moving into a more stable atmosphere, and I would anticipate this to start weakening. But until it does, if you're in the path of this storm, you need to go to your safe place. In Tallahassee, Alabama, you are in direct path. All right, here's another statement from the Weather Service. The National Weather Service continues the tornado warning. They have dropped the observed wording, and they've replaced that with radar indicated. But they continue the tornado warning for Elmore County until 4 a.m. At 3:38, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Tysonville, or 7 miles northwest of Millstead, moving east at 50 miles per hour. So what that's telling me is we're going back to radar indicated instead of observed. So we had the observed wording when it was back just south of Wetumpka near the Blue Ridge community. But we have not had a confirmed observation sighting of the storm, of the tornado, since that time. But radar is still indicating that we have rotation in this storm. The reflectivity does not look as impressive as it did a few moments ago. That's what's left of the inflow notch, and it's not extremely well defined. But when we go to the base velocity, we're still getting an indication that we do have rotation in the storm, and that is moving into Tallahassee as we speak. So go ahead, Tallahassee, even though I know part of Tallahassee is in Elmore County, part of it is in Tallapoosa County. They have not issued a warning for Tallapoosa County. But just to be on the safe side, Tallahassee, if I'm you, I go ahead and go to my safe place and until this storm passes, and it's moving in as we speak, so it won't be long. This will be over, and hopefully the storm is in a weakening phase. The storm's already moved through Kellyton. This particular storm is well south of the Kellyton area, and the line of thunderstorms that's moving through East Alabama has already moved through Kellyton. So your severe threat up there in Kellyton is pretty much ended. It's still raining, and it's going to for several hours, but severe threat's pretty much ended up there in Kellyton. Our main concern right now is this storm down in Elmore County, about to move across the Tallahassee area. Go back to reflectivity. I'll zoom out and give you a quick peek up here at East Alabama, and you can see the line has already cleared Clay, Randolph. It has already cleared Talladega. It's already cleared Carrollton, Heard County. It is in central. It is in Central Troop. It's just south of Lafayette, and it is down here in southern Coosa County. Now, what's about to happen is this line of thunderstorms is about to engulf this singular storm that's been producing this tornado, and I think that will help tear it apart as well. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see what happens with this storm producing the possible tornado as it gets overran by this line of thunderstorms that's moving to the southeast. And that's in the process of taking place now. No, tornado threat does not exist for Rock Mills. This is the only area that has a tornado threat at the moment. And this is what's left of a singular storm that started way down in southwest Alabama about 2 hours ago, and is held together all the way up through Dallas, Autauga, Elmore, and is now right there on the Elmore Tallapoosa County line, very close to Tallahassee. Auburn, it's going to be storming in Auburn, but again, this storm that's producing the tornado should be in the process of weakening. All right, so now the National Weather Service is extending the tornado warning into Tallapoosa County. So now we have a tornado warning in effect for Macon and Tallapoosa County until 4:15 a.m. this morning. At 3:43, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Tallahassee, moving to the east at 50 miles per hour. Okay, so now they just updated again. They're going back to confirmed. So this is a confirmed tornado over Tallahassee, moving to the northeast at 45 miles per hour. So this is a very dangerous situation. And now the Weather Service has gone back to confirmed. So we have got someone in the area, a trained spotter, that has actually observed a tornado over Tallahassee. And this is moving off to the east at 45 miles per hour. So my concern after Tallahassee is going to be anywhere along Highway 14. This storm seems to be running pretty much parallel with Highway 14 now, coming out of Tallahassee. So you folks over here in Notasulga, I would go ahead and go to my safe place. Real Town, I think you're going to be just a shade north of the actual tornado, but just to be on the safe side, I would go ahead and go to my safe place. This tornado warning is not going to be for places like Dadeville, Camp Hill, Alexander City. I know that it says Tallapoosa County is under a tornado warning, but it's only for that extreme southern tip of Tallapoosa County, from Real Town south and from Tallahassee to the east. And Macon County is also covered under this warning. That's going to be for a very small portion of Macon County, from about Franklin up to the Tallapoosa County line. Certainly well north of I-85 is where the tornado is at this hour. But Notasulga, I would go ahead and go to my safe place. Lochapoka, I would start paying very close attention to what's going on off to your west. Alexander City, you're way north of this storm. Nothing to worry about up there. Winds over in the valley area, probably gusting 25 to 35 miles per hour. Yeah, interesting point brought up there. One of the National Weather Service radar sites is right here in the path of the storm. That's the Montgomery radar site, KMXX, and the tornado is sitting right here, and it's about to move directly over that radar site. We're looking at this from Birmingham, but there's the Montgomery radar site, and this storm is going to move directly on top of it. Pennon, you're good. It's raining up there, folks. It's raining all across East Alabama and West Georgia, but this is the only severe weather we have going on this morning. This one storm down in Tallapoosa and northern Macon County. It's the only storm that is severe at this hour. Go back to the velocity product. Yeah, this is really looking a little bit noisy. I would say your tornado's right there, just east of Tallahassee, or almost right on top of that radar site down there, the Montgomery radar site. So Notasulga, it's about 10 miles to your west-southwest, moving in your general direction. So Notasulga and Lochapoka, Beehive, even though you're not officially under a warning right now, I'd be ready to go. and even Auburn. Start thinking about this. University of Auburn and the city as well. If this were to hold together, it could very easily end up over there in Auburn and Opelika. Beauregard. All you folks over here in Lee County need to start paying attention to this. No, this storm will not make it up to Ashland. This is moving east. Ashland is well north of where this is taking place. I can't tell you if Lee County is going to get it. I can tell you that Lee County is in line to receive it if it holds together. We should start to see this storm deteriorate pretty much at any moment because two things are working against it. Number one, it's moving into an area that is not as conducive for severe weather, and it's being overtaken by that line of storms coming down from the north. So I would expect to start seeing this storm weaken here in the next 15 to 20 minutes. No, it won't make it up into Chambers County. If it survives through Tallapoosa County and northern Macon County, then it's going to end up over here in western Lee County. So pretty much running parallel to Highway 14 coming out of Tallapoosa County. And it'll skirt right across the northwestern sections of Macon. And then if it holds together, we'll end up over here in Lee County, somewhere between Lochapoka and Beehive. Your tornado would be right there where you see the KMXX. That is the Montgomery radar site. It's actually in Macon County, but it's the Montgomery radar site. So right there where you see that label KMXX is about where the center of circulation would be at this hour. Okay, so we just lost the tornado warning for Elmore County, but it does continue for Tallapoosa and Macon. And I'm getting some indication that we do have 2 confirmed touchdowns in Elmore County. Out there around Rifle Range Road, which is one of the roads we were showing you a few moments ago. And also around County Road 110 and County Road 89. I showed you County Road 110 earlier as well. That's all going to be in that same general area. But we're getting indication that we have 2 confirmed areas where the tornado did actually touch down in Elmore County. I don't have any damage reports yet, but we are getting confirmation that we did have a touchdown in 2 different locations. All right, so this latest volume scan update is going to put the storm between Notasulga and I-85, maybe a little bit to the southwest of Notasulga. State Route 81, The storm will be passing over State Route 81, about where I've got that road name on the screen. So that would be just north of I-85. So I think Beehive is going to be more in line with the direct impact, but you folks up here in Lochapoco is going to be very close. Notasulga as well. So if you're in Notasulga, Lochapoca, Beehive, you need to go to your safe place immediately. There's Highway 14 when it turns from Notasulga back up into Lee County. Now understand, we do not have a formal tornado warning for Lee County yet. So Lochapoca and Beehive, you're not under a warning. I'm just saying that you're close enough to the warning. If I were you, I would go ahead and go to my safe place. Folks, again, if I'm not talking about your local communities, you have nothing to worry about. Never, ever will I hone in on one location when there's multiple events taking place. I'll be talking about all of them. So if I'm not talking about Roanoke, if I'm not talking about Ashland, if I'm not talking about Franklin, Georgia, then you have nothing to worry about up there. This is the only severe weather we have in East Alabama at this hour. And this is down there approaching Notasulga in Macon County. And if it holds together, it's going to end up over in western Lee County near Lochapoca. Your possible tornado is between State Route 199 and State Route 81. That's going to be in this area just to the east of State Route 199. Yeah, absolutely. If you're out there on Wire Road on the western side of Auburn, you need to take cover immediately. Okay, all right, good news. The National Weather Service now has canceled the tornado warning. So the tornado warning has been canceled. We have lost the tornado signature, and I told you about 6 or 7 minutes ago it wasn't looking as strong. If we go back to the reflectivity, you can barely see an inflow notch there. Just didn't. And what happened was that line of storms has caught up with it. Look at that. Here's your singular storm. There's your line of thunderstorms to the north, and it has finally caught up with this storm, and it's robbed it of all of its energy. So we have lost that tornado signature in this storm. So that's fantastic news. Now, it's still storming in Notasulga. I mean, we've got copious amounts of rain. We probably have some small hail there north of Notasulga. And it's beginning to rain really hard in Lochapoca. Beehive, it's about to hit you as well. But we have lost the tornadic signature on this storm. So that tornado warning has been canceled by the National Weather Service. So let me zoom out. We're going to run through this right quick and show you what's going on and where. And then we're going to put this thing to bed because now I've got to change caps and go to my day job. It's going to be a long day. So we still officially have a tornado watch in effect for portions of central Alabama, but I can tell you that's going to be canceled here at pretty much any moment. And that's officially in effect until 6 a.m. this morning. In our coverage area, the only two counties that it covers would be Coosa and Elmore. Nobody else is under a tornado watch. We have lost the tornado warning, so we have no warnings in effect anywhere across our coverage area. You got to go way down here into southwest Alabama, north of Mobile, west of Andalusia to find any severe weather, and those are severe thunderstorm warnings down there. Places like Jackson, Alabama, and then just to the west of the I-65 corridor near Monroeville, we have severe thunderstorm warnings down there. That's the only severe weather in the state at this hour. And that's a good thing. And this storm system has done just exactly what we told you we thought it was going to do, and that is it has weakened as it's moved into East Alabama. And while the severe threat is not zero, it is very small now, and it's limited to those of you who are still under the red, or those of you that are still in front of the line of thunderstorms. If you're behind the red, then you're pretty much in the clear. Places like Roanoke, Wedowee, Lineville, Ashland, Sylacauga, Alexander City, Dadeville, even Lafayette, LaGrange, Franklin, Carrollton, you're okay. It's still raining there. It may the wind may even gust pretty good there for a while, but the threat of severe weather is sliding to the east and south along this line of thunderstorms, and that threat isn't very significant anymore this morning as well, because this line is indeed weakening just as we thought it would. So that's where we are. That's where we are this morning. I know we still have a tornado polygon on the screen, but that's going to be a technical glitch. That warning was issued for Elmore County about 20 minutes ago. And the storm that was producing the possible tornado, and actually I think it did produce a tornado. We are seeing some reports of a couple of touchdowns in Elmore County. I don't see any significant reports of damage, which is a good thing. But somewhere between the Blue Ridge community just south of Wetumpka and just southwest of Notasulga, we have had a couple of tornado touchdowns this morning. Now, crews are out there working now, and it may take a minute before we start getting any good reports. But that's the situation as we have it at this hour. Our threshold to go live is some type of severe weather warning. We have none of those, so we are going to end our broadcast this morning. I will continue to watch this, and if anything happens in the next 45 minutes to an hour that is significant that you need to know about, I'll go back live. After that, I'll just post on Facebook because, like I said, I've got to switch caps and go to my other job. But if you will, help us out if you can. If in the chat room there's a couple of ways for you to help support us. You can go to drdonwx.com. The link is there in the chat room. You can support us there, or you can send us those Facebook stars. That's a great way to support us if you're on Facebook. We appreciate you doing that. If you or someone you know owns a business and you'd like to become a partner with us here on Dr. Don's Weather, just as all those folks you see scrolling at the bottom of the screen, then all you got to do is send me a message on Messenger, and I can have you started by the time we do our next weather forecast, which most likely is going to be tomorrow morning. I can tell you that for the remainder of this morning, just scattered showers, maybe some thunder down there in the Auburn-Opelika area, as that line of storms continues marching to the southeast. But pretty quickly, the heavy rain is going to be down there along the I-85 corridor, and it's going to be moving on off to the southeast. And behind that, we basically just have periods of light to moderate rain, and that will continue through about 7, 8, maybe 9 o'clock this morning. And then we'll start to clear out. And by this afternoon, I think we may actually be looking at some clearing skies. Temperature is going to be falling all day today, as we will fall down into the mid to lower 50s by this afternoon. And it's going to be a cold night tonight. Most communities will see the low 30s to upper 20s for overnight lows tonight. Then we'll start to moderate some as we head into your Thursday. And don't get used to it, though. Rain returns just in time for the weekend. We'll have a full update for you on our weather forecast tomorrow morning. Good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. Dr. Don's Weather. Y'all have a pleasant rest of your morning and a good Wednesday. Thanks for joining us. Bye now.